This is the video review for the Transformers TFcon FansProject TFcon exclusive powered commander armor. The box is the same standard box that the City Commander and Shadow Commander came in, aside from the fact it's got this little silver TFcon Toronto exclusive silver sticker on the front. And inside the package you see the powered commander armor, which is essentially the City Commander, Shadow Commander armor, painted to match Optimus. It looks really cool. I really like the trailer mode. Not a whole lot more to say about it. I mean, I'm a really big fan of this add-on, and I think it's really cool. I'm going to have one for Optimus. It's pretty neat. There's also the addition of, back here, there's some stuff stored in his trailer, one of which is a small little Energon briefcase, and all those little pieces of Energon are individual pieces of plastic that can be removed if you want to pull out an Energon cube. One's missing, but we'll get to that later on. It does open. So you can take these little out. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Also, opening it allows you to slide the handle through his fist in combined mode, which we'll show you later. But also, you'll see these little missile launchers. And they do, when they're stored in here, there's actually a tab in the bottom of the foot that these can peg into. There's a little slot and tab mechanism. Go ahead and pop these out, and you can see here there's a little tab here that fits into a slot in the bottom of the foot to hold these in place in trailer mode. We'll go ahead and pop those off. And if you'd like, there's two little spots up here. You can plug these missile launchers in and give it more of an armored trailer feeling. Vaguely Power Master Prime-ish with the guns up here. Somebody else has noticed that if you want to take it apart, this clip slides off the bottom here. And someone has pried this apart. This seems pretty stuck together. I'm not going to risk breaking it. But the missiles are a separate piece and are molded in such a way that they will fit into Ultra Magnus's old launchers and fire. They're actual missiles, which is kind of cool. But I'm not going to worry about that for right now. So there you have them in trailer mode. It's pretty cool. Also included in the package is the standard sticker set with the license plate, the gun targeting system, the stickers for all the cannon, and then your choice of shoulder or chest. They're not Autobot symbols, they're called signs of power. There's black for it to look kind of like a rub sign, and then silver and red with a kind of matrixy, the same type of pattern on the Energon cube, if you want to use those. Also included in the package, there's the little package of plastic beads, if you want to plug these holes up. And then there's also a couple of TFcon clear, this is TFcon Toronto, clear stickers. There's two of them, and they say you can stick them right here on the side of the trailer if you want it to be like TFcon exclusive, type of thing. I'm probably not going to do that. And of course the instruction manual, which basically tells the story of how Convoy's leaving the building, gets attacked by this Springer. It's a helicopter turning into a robot Springer, and they fight, and then the Energon cubes burst open. And Springer, basically, he remembers he's supposed to protect him. Springer's trying to steal one, so he punches him, they fight over it. The Energon cube ends up falling. He catches it right as he bumps against the trailer, which causes them to combine. The next few pages are just the instructions for combining them. And then they fight a little bit more, and then Optimus realizes that he's only fighting to rescue like RC, and some of his Starscream's got some of his friends captive, and that's why he's fighting Convoy. So he lets go of the sword and picks up the Energon, and then their hearts, their spark chambers kind of glow together. They're sharing a little Billy Ocean moment there. And then on the back there's a couple of pictures of how to store everything. Missiles on the trailer and that. And then there's an ad for some of their upcoming sets. There's the Protector armor that's going to attach to Rodimus in the same way this Powered Commander attaches to Prime and turn him into Rodimus Prime, which is kind of cool. And then there's this Springer down here, and nobody's sure if it's a completely new mold, if you're gonna have to, if it attaches to something else. Some people say maybe Onslaught because he's got these wheels. I don't see Onslaught there, but who knows? But there's going to be some sort of Springer figure coming out, which is kind of cool. Now on to the toy itself. I'm not going to dwell on any of the transformation bits here. You've seen this in the other reviews, so we'll just get right to it. I'm sure you're curious to see the finished product more than the steps. And if you want to see the steps, there is the. You're gonna see them, but I'm not gonna go over them explicitly. Go like that. Lift up his knees. Pull his arms out. Lift up his hand. Lift this up. Rotate it around. Basically, just would transform into robot mode as normal, with the exception of the fact that we want to flip his head back down. For transformation. Fold this up. And there we go. Prime is ready to go. Pull the missile launchers off. You want to separate lift this up, pull the whole top half off, undo these hinges right here, and slide this piece off. Pull off the waist piece, separate the feet, fold this back, fold this back, and fold that back. Put it up like that. Put those to the side, pull this off. This is his gun. I'm just going to go ahead and set this to the side. I'll probably show it off just real quick in relation to him, but I'm not going to have him hold it. It's just a big gun. Snap the piece, snap the piece right there to hold it together. There we go. Giant gun. This up. Flip his head up. You see, he does have the standard City Commander head without the faceplate. And he does have the new neck design. And you might conceivably be able to switch out the faceplated version from Nemesis Commander or Shadow Commander. But then he'd have red eyes. But there you go. And now we start attaching. I'm going to slap this onto his chest. And then fold those down. Take the shoulder pieces and put those on right here. Go ahead and take that waist piece, flip it out, snap it on, flip this around, put the hand around, and slide it up. Slide it up his arm. And then the legs are the tricky part. I finally just kind of twist them in there, and then just snap it forward. There we go. And then the shoulder rockets can peg onto his shoulders like this. Guns onto his back, like that. And as I mentioned earlier, here's his big gun which you can have him hold in this arm. if you want. Just a giant gun. Or you can flip it up and have it as a missile launcher. Almost just like that. Nothing exciting. And like I said before, you can open up the suitcase here and feed it through his hand and snap it back together, and he can carry the Energon suitcase, which is kind of cool. And just real quick, here he is with the other two sets, the City Commander Ultra Magnus and Shadow Commander for Nemesis Prime. Just to show them all off together. But again, if you haven't, it was limited to 500 at TFcon. If you haven't gotten any version of this add-on set, and you can find one, I definitely recommend getting it. It is a really neat set. I still think my favorite of the three is Ultra Magnus, because like I said, these are just kind of add-on sets for some cool figures, which is neat anyway. But this one really completed the Ultra Magnus figure. But just all in all, any version of this set you get, totally worth it. This time I was just showing off the Powered Commander.